Hi, Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the Woodware Abstract Grid Stencil again. There are other videos on my YouTube channel using this stencil, and it's a really handy technique style stencil. In previous videos I've been showing you how to add extra stencils, but this time we're going to use stamps instead. And we're going to go for a kind of blue theme on this one. I've got a piece of, this is Sentimentally Yours Super Smooth Watercolour card. It doesn't have to actually necessarily be watercolour card, but this is what I've got. And here's the abstract grid in stock on my website. You won't find it many places. I did a special order of it because lots of people on Facebook said they wanted it. So I do have lots of stock because some of those people haven't bought it. So anyway, that's where it is. It's available. And we're going to first of all ink through it. I just want to make sure that this stencil doesn't move or the card doesn't move. So just a little bit of PVA on the back of my card and to stick it to my craft sheet, because I have trimmed it down, not necessarily to size, but near to size. And obviously with the abstract grid you can have it that way or you can have it that way, and you know the different patterns on either side. It is a full 6x6, so if you wanted to use this panel at the bottom you could do, and perhaps have a sentiment strip across the centre there. But we're going to just concentrate on A6 because I do like A6 cards at the moment. So I'm going to kind of line it up. As I said, I'd probably trim it down or die cut it or something like that, but this is just to show you the technique. And I'm going to secure it to my mat with a piece of low tack tape. Hopefully that's still straightish. It's always ish with me. I'm not very good at doing straight. And I'm going to use Distress ink because I will be stamping on top. And this is Salvaged Patina. So I'm only going to do it with one colour all over. Not necessarily a particularly dark application, and I'm quite happy if it's lighter in some areas and darker in others. That's absolutely fine. A little bit down the bottom here. Until we've got a little bit of colour everywhere. In fact, that on its own looks rather lovely. I'll show you. Obviously you can stamp on that, stamp your image on that if you want to, but we're going to just add a load of detail to it because we can. So for the top stamping, I'm going to use some Make Art, Wendy Vecchi Make Art dye ink pads, because if I use Distress ink I'm not going to necessarily get a decent image. If I use Versafine Clair and then stamp on top with Versafine Clair, sometimes, especially with watercolour card, the line art kind of well, it goes all hairy basically. It kind of spreads and merges, and I hate that when that happens. I don't want to use oxide because if I stamp with oxide and then stamp black ink on top, sometimes where it falls off the ink, and when it's on the ink it's either more grey or more black, and so I didn't want that. So that's why we've gone for the Wendy Vecchi Make Art. And I've got Cornflower Blue, Watering Can, which is a grey, Bluebird, Violet and Garden Patina. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them, but that's what I've got. Okie dokie, so let's do a little bit of stamping. I think we'll go for Garden Patina, so we go for like on like to begin with. And I pulled out a bunch of smallish stamps, but just have a look around your stash and see what small stamps you've got. This is Katkin Krafts Poppy Power, this one's called, and I'm after these stamps here. I really like those. That one will probably fit as well, or even some of these here, or even that one. So anyway, we'll see what we can get in there. some of these areas are quite small, so we won't necessarily get much in there. We can overlap the edges as well. We can do lots and lots of different things. So I'll take the medium kind of circle one to begin with. And the acrylic circles from Sentimentally Yours are brilliant for small stamps. Just going to take this directly. Let's see what it looks like first. There's a scrap card over here. That looks nice, doesn't it? This is going to just blend into the black background. So I'm not actually going to necessarily be very particular about where these are stamped. I am liking it actually, it's very nice. I might have quite a few of these because I like this. Try not to overthink it, just go for it. I'll just have one up there, I think. Now you can't really see that. Let's see if I can lift it up to show you. Obviously that's a dye ink, so that's going to clean off my stamp quite easily under the tap. Let's start a pile over here. Let's see if I can hold this up. Just remember it's stuck to the mat. Pick my board up. There you go. You can just about see those in there. Really pretty, really nice stamp. Okie dokie. Let's just stick with the Garden Patina just for a little while, and we'll use some of Francois Reed's. My packaging gets really destroyed at workshops. Inky numbers FRS 994. I was going to come back and use some of the others, wasn't I? I think I'll just go for, to begin with, I'll go for individual numbers. What's our favourite number? I quite like 7, but let's go for 3. We'll have a look, see what that looks like on my scrap of paper. That looks cool. Grungy, so very forgiving. That's enough 3s. Get carried away with the same old number. We've also got this one here that says number 542 and a smudge. I quite like that one as well. Let's have one of those there as well. Remember, a lot of this is going to get covered up when I stamp on top anyway, but it's just the process of doing it which is quite good fun, and I like that sort of thing. I'll put that 3 back, and I haven't cleaned it properly yet. I do want to run it under the tap just in case. Okie dokie, so that's that for now. Let's go back to this one because I was going to use some more off of here. Yeah, let's have this one. Might need a bigger block. Let's get a border block for this. Much too big for it. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. Pretty. This is from that Poppy Power set from Katkin Krafts. Let's have. Where do I want that? I don't know. Let's have it actually. Oh, I need to swivel. I'm thinking I'm going to have it in there. Obviously it's quite difficult to stamp when it's falling off of the stencil. Let me pick that up to show you. Just in there. Really cool, isn't it? the difficulty will be telling myself when to stop. I want to have it in there as well, but I don't want to have it there. So I'm just going to get a little bit of tape and just pour it over that bit there. And just put it so it goes in there. Like so. So then when I move that, I've only got it in that area there. Hopefully you can see that. I am liking the tone on tone here, but I will bring in some other colours as well. But I am really liking this. Let's see if I regret bringing other colours in or not. Let's see and find out, won't we? I'm not going to stress too much. Put those on there. Right, so let's put the Garden Patina away. I know a lot of these aren't available, these inks, anymore, which I'm sorry about that, but yeah, sometimes you have to be quite quick. I think that's a leaf. Let's move on to another set. Okay, so I've also pulled out from Sentimentally Yours Notebook Botanicals, Notebook Textures, and Postmark Paraphernalia as well, because these are really, really good sets. And they've got lots of little stamps in. I wonder if we can get that finger pointing in somewhere. I think that's really cool. Oh, here you go. Because he could go up there like that. I like that. Right, what colour we're going to do? Cornflower blue. Let's have a look, see what that looks like. That's a grey blue. That's quite nice actually. We'll go for that. I think I'll need this block. It's a very dirty stamp because it's very well used. And I haven't got a mat underneath here, so I'm hoping that let's change that. And I'll put the mat under here. Like that. Can't see how my ink's doing because it's a dirty stamp, but at least I can see where I'm putting it. Yes, I like that. It's almost come out a little bit like grey. Let's see what else. Let's put some postmarks on here. I think I do have this in stock at the moment, which I'm happy about. Always good to have some things in stock that I'm actually using. Go back to our circle. This one says post office. There are also some stamp sets by Francoise Reed that have postmarks on as well. I think I'm just going to stick to this colour, which is the it's not watering can, is it? Didn't pick up watering can now. Cornflower blue and the Garden Patina. I think I'm going to just stick to two colours actually, as it turns out. Let's have this one, which is the Paraphernalia by Airmail, Paraphernalia. Where are we going to put this? Let's have it down here. I think this is going to get stamped over though, this bottom bit. Which is just as well because it's not brilliant stamping by me. What else should we have? Let's have a few wiggly ones. Which was postage paid. might go over the 2 with that one. Because I think that's going to be cool, having it all separated. And let's go for some textures now. So we go for, I don't put textures wherever I put it. I do like this one. If I don't have this, you can get it from Phil's website, which is Honeypot Crafts. I like the circles. Acetate on that so it's so thick. Again, very, 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 very loved stamps. Let's have circles going here. Some circles over here. Don't worry about your stencil because this is a, I think that's enough actually. Because this is a dye-based ink, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's going to just wash off the stencil just like it washes off the stamp. So don't be scared about that. I do not. I just have a little bit more of this colour on here. It's actually lots of fun doing this sort of stamping. Just going to add some texture. Where are we going to add texture? Because I haven't got any blue there, so we're just going to add some texture there, I think. We've just got some little dots coming in. Quite like that actually. Let's have another one. Let's have another one the other side. Because I can. And just swivel so I can see what I'm doing. Let's have one in here. Like so. Cool. Liking that. Right, now because I'm not going to go mad and cover the whole area. I could, you know, when I'm doing the stenciling, I do tend to cover the whole area, but I'm not going to go bonkers. I'm just going to leave it at that. So we're going to remove this, and then it's like when you mask off a stamp, you get your reveal. I think that's really cool. See if I can get it off my mat. Okay. That's a really cool background. So now we're going to stamp on top. Put that to one side so I can clean it. And I'm going to bring in my stamping platform, which I've put in front of me, which I obviously can't see. There it is. And I'm going to use the Poppy Patch again from Creative Expressions. Because it's got lots of open space, it does mean that I can see what I've stamped underneath, whereas some of the other floral stamps, the harebells and the foxgloves and the other one, oh no, actually the daffodils is quite open as well. Yeah, so the foxgloves and the harebells are quite full stamps, so I wouldn't see some of my design in the background, but the Poppy Patch, you can see the design in the background, you can see your flowers, you're on a win-win situation with that. So yeah, so we're going to use the Poppy Patch, and it is rubber stamps, and Creative Expressions seem to move to red rubber recently, which I actually quite like. I like red rubber. Something wrong with the grey rubber. The grey rubber is just as good, but so you might get red and you might get grey depending on when they made it. So let's pop this in here. It just fits at the bottom like so. Let's move it over a wee bit, like that. Now where's my other magnet? I have a magnet that it doesn't have a cover on it, which is very handy in this situation. So obviously I haven't got my foam on my stamping platform because I'm using a rubber stamp. So let's pick that up. hit it with, where's it gone? Oh, let's do, instead of doing black, because we're in a blue theme, let's do Twilight Versafine Clair instead of the Nocturne. I think that would be rather nice. It will probably look black on the screen because the dark colours do, but obviously in real life it's a very, very dark blue. And you will find on my website, juliewatscrafts.co.uk, you will find all the Versafine Clairs, including the new ones. Let's pop that there, give it a real good press. I'll probably have to go 2, maybe 3 times because I'm on watercolour card and it's a bit of an effort on watercolour card. But of course, if I wanted to do any watercolouring or hit it with loads of water and inks, then watercolour card's great. And also the ink does move better, so when you're doing your blending it does work better on the super smooth. Right, let's see what that looks like. Pretty good actually. Just see that finger at the top. I've got numbers coming through underneath. I could probably have done a little bit more on the inside. This is a really good thing to actually pop in your art journal because it could be a prompt for what you want to do, and you might look at it and think, oh, next time I do it I'm going to put more kind of splodges or something in the middle, in the background, so I can see them. So you've got that option, or of course you can just make it into a card or frame it. Rather nice in a frame, I think. So you do need to make sure that your inks are nice and inky. I do have re-inkers on my website as well. Obviously the re-inkers will last for lots of re-inking. You don't put the whole thing in one go. I think I've recently re-inked my Twilight because it's very juicy. Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think. We need a little bit more pressure there. No, I think that's good. Very happy with that. So I'll just show you the camera what it looks like. So we've got a little bit of texture coming in there. We've got some hoops. You can see the postage page. You can see the numbers and the splodges. I do like those splodges. Number down there, but I can see the by air mail that I didn't stamp very well. So just a little bit of extra detail. So if you don't want to use stencils in the background, you can use stamps. Obviously you can use a mix of stencils and stamps. Now don't forget that the stencil, the abstract grid, is available on my website. You won't find it on many websites at the moment because I did ask for a special request for some more. Probably once it's gone we won't get it back again. Website is juliewatscrafts.co.uk. If you're not already, do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is where you're watching now. I do like to read your comments. They will be held, but as soon as I know you're not a spammer, then I'll put it through. And do check out my other videos as well. Thank you for watching.